Now we go to what we call the vector autoregressive models. They are generally called the VAR models. And for introduction, using that in our last lecture, we learned about simultaneous equation models, which are used when variables affect each other at the same time. The main challenge with simultaneous equation is that you have to decide which variables are endogenous and which are exogenous. But now when we come to VAR, when we come to vector autoregressive models, we take a different approach. And for VAR model, they treat all the variables in the system as endogenous. So now you understand the difference. In our SEM, the problem was endogeneity, the endogenous problem. Now it is like we have multiplied the problem because now we have all the variables as endogenous variables. So it looks at how each variable is explained by its own past values as well as the past values of all other variables in the system. So this is the key. So when you talk about vector autoregressive models, we are trying to see how does a variable or how is variable explained by the past value, its own past value, and the past values of other variables. So for instance, we can have, let's assume we have price. We have price. If we have the data of price, this price can be the price of the year 2025. Then you have the price of year 2024, 2023, 2022, like that, going downwards. So if we want to see the price of 2026, the price of 2026, you will see how is this price of 2026 affected by the price of 2025, the price of 2024, the price of 2023, etc, etc. That's why we are saying it looks at how each variable is explained by its own past values. Its own past values. Now, in case this price is also affected by demand, so you also see that see how price is affected by the demand of 2025, the demand of 2024, the demand of 2023, etc, etc, etc. So that's why we are saying as well as the past values of all other variables in the system. So this is the most key one. So we are saying that in VAR models, we treat them as endogenous variable. And when you talk about endogenous variable, we are trying to see how does a variable or how is a variable explained by the past value of its own, as well as the variables of all other variables in the model. So I guess we have get that concept. So that one is important. That one is the basis. Then we can continue. So this means that in VAR, in vector autoregressive model, each variable in the system is modeled as a function of its own past values and the past values of all other variables. And then no distinction between the dependent and the independent variables. In that one we say all variables are endogenous. All variables, that one is very important. All variables are endogenous. So let us look at an example. An example of VAR model. Let us assume we have two financial variables. We have the stock prices, and we have the interest rates. So in VAR model, for each of the variables are specified as follows. Let's see. Let's start by prices. So the stock prices are T. So note that this T, let's assume that this T is for year 2026 or 2025. Let's assume it is T means year 2026. So the stock prices of year 2026 will be determined by RT minus 1, that is 2026 minus 1, which is 2025. So the stock prices of 2026 are explained by the stock prices of 2025 and the stock price, the interest rate of 2025. And you can even increase this one, maybe plus RT minus 2 plus RT minus 3. Yeah, then you continue to interest rate. This one will mean that interest rate in 2026, the stock prices in 2026, is explained by stock prices in 2025, stock prices in 2024, stock prices in 2023, plus now you go to interest rate. Interest rate in 2025, maybe interest rate in 2024 plus interest rate in 22. Now you add, at the end, you add your error term. So the general concept here is that this variable here is affected by the its own past values and the past values of any other variable in that particular model. So that is generally what we mean when we say the vector autoregressive model. That's why they are called autoregressive model. They autoregress themselves. So the same case with the other one, the other model for the case of interest rate, whereby the interest rate of 2026 is explained by the stock prices of 2025. Maybe you can also the stock prices can also add the stock prices of 2024, 2023, and its own interest rate of 2025, 2024, 2023, etc. So that is simply the concept of vector autoregressive model. So it means that today's return or today's stock prices RT should be today's stock prices. Today's stock prices depends on the past prices RT minus 1, RT minus 2, RT minus 3, etc. And past prices of the interest rates. At the same thing, the today's interest rates IT depends on the past interest rate IT minus 1, IT minus 2, etc. And the past prices of the stock prices RT minus 1, RT minus 2, etc. And then you can just look at this is a case example. This is a case example in case we have two variables, stock prices and interest rate. Let us look at the general VAR model. And then we shall introduce some concept or some terms here, VAR into bracket P. VAR into bracket P, where we have K variables and we have P lags. This P, it means P lags. I'll explain what lags are. So the general model is like this, that let yt be a vector of k variables. So y here is the variable that we want to see, or is the variable that we are predicting. For instance, maybe it is income. It is income at 2025 or 2026. So this income of 2026 depends on income of 2025, income of 2024, income of 2023, up to income of P, income of T minus P. So it could be, let's assume that you want to look at 7 P's. So this P is the same as P here. This P and this P is the same. So this P is the lags, the number of times you want to look backwards. If it is 5, it will be 2026 minus 5, and it will be 2021. So the income of 2026 will be determined by the income of 2025, 2022, 2024, 2023, 2022, up to 2021, because you want to look at 5 rags, 5 periods behind. So P simply means the number of periods that you want to look behind. That's why we put P here. So let's assume you want to say, if P, you can say, so you can say if P is 5 years behind, if P is 5 years behind, then you have VAR 5. It means that you are looking at 5 lags, 5 years or 5 periods behind. That's why it is written like this. VAR into bracket P. So this is the general representation of a VAR model in case we have one variable. So now we understand what is a VAR model and how it is presented.